All right, it is time to update the sales price on the Tugboat. I've had a lot of interest on the Tugboat. However, the pricing the price that I initially put it out there at, $8,900, may have been a little too much. It's probably close to what it should sell for, but I do want to get it sold. If you're interested, send me some comments. My email is in the About section of on my page, so you can get in touch with me there, or spell out your phone number or email address in the comment and I'll get back to you. So you got to have it. You know you want it. It's a great little boat, fun little boat, and somebody needs to use it because I'm not using it. All right, here's the rest of the video. I didn't really think I would ever offer this Tugboat for sale. I thoroughly enjoy being out on it. It gets so much attention. Everybody wants to ask about it, and I get to talk a lot about it, which is very cool. But since we have a bigger boat up in Door County, I am up on that boat almost every weekend. Brittany is up there as often as she can get there. The Tugboat is just not getting used. It's sitting in the back of my garage, and it really shouldn't be sitting in the back of the garage. It should be out on the lake every weekend for people to enjoy it. And for you, if you're a potential buyer for the Tugboat, for you to sit out on and get some sun and drink some drinks and have a little picnic on it or whatever you want to do. So I've been out on it twice this year, and I just really feel like it needs to be used by someone who can take it out much more often than I can. But let me go over the boat. I'll start at the front here, and we'll just go over the details. All right, Tugboat Nep'Toon is a Berkeley Engineering design, plans built tugboat. It is 9 feet long, 4 feet. It has a 4-foot beam. It's about 4 feet tall, I believe, maybe a little bit taller with the bimini top that's on it now. It does draw 13 inches empty, and approximately 16 inches, maybe 17 inches, with 3 to 4 people on board, depending on the weight of the people. It has 10 tire fenders on it, 2 pushers at the front, 4 on each side. I have never used regular fenders for this. There are fenders in the back, which I'll show you in a second. There's 3 extra fenders that you can use on either side. But the tires have always served as fenders when docking, and they just look freaking awesome. The hose pipes are built into the sides of the hull. You tie your line to the center cleat in the front here, or a rear cleat in the back on either side. There is a drain hole here and another hose pipe back here for the line to come through. The bow of the boat is non-skid paint. Nicely decorated with some hemp rope, just for decoration. I don't use that rope for dock lines. Got LED nav lights on either side, which there was just a video recently put out showing those. They are super bright. It is a registered vessel in Wisconsin because it has a motor. Even though it's only 9 feet long, it is a registered vessel. So I've got hull registration, sticker, current sticker, and then the hull ID, which was issued by the state of Wisconsin, is in the back. Pilot house seats 2. It has no windows. These are open air, free flow pass-throughs. I do have shades built in to each window. There are 2 padded fishing seats mounted up front. These do swivel. They turn all the way around 180 degrees. So you can sit facing aft with your guests that may be with you in the back there. Power is a 70-pound thrust Minn Kota trolling motor. It is cut in half, so the shaft goes down through the bulkhead shelf here, mounts down on the floor, and then there's a push-pull tube that goes through the tunnel all the way to the back of the boat. And then the bottom half of the trolling motor is down here. So it works just like a inboard, basically. So once you turn it this way, basically pointing the head in the direction you want to go. So turning it this way turns the motor that way. and pushing it the other way, pointing the head to the starboard side, turns the motor that way and give you a right turn. Pretty simple. The trolling motor does have a battery indicator on the top of it that you can use to check battery power when the motor is stopped. I also have a battery life indicator here, which is basically the fuel gauge. Coming back to the front, shelf space underneath, life jackets down below. The battery up front is for the bilge pump, the horn, and the lights. It's not hooked up right now. You can see it is unplugged. It is fused up to the power distribution before the switch. You've got an oar down there. The flooring, front and back, is martial arts padding, as well as underneath the rear bench seat. I put in female Velcro carpeting on each side for 3 reasons. Comfort. The seat does rub right here, so it keeps that from rubbing paint away. And it also attaches one of the screens as you bring those down, so those stay in place. As I said, windows are open, free air. They're all lined with piping. Up here you have the air horn pump, which goes up through the roof to the air horn, which is nice and loud. The roof is non-skid paint. The red is topside red from Rust-Oleum Marine. The black is Rust-Oleum Marine, and it has real bottom paint on it. The bottom paint is in pretty good shape. It does have a couple spots that have rubbed away just from trailering the boat. That's easy to touch up. The finish of the boat is intentional, this wrinkly finish. Because I wanted this to look like a steel hull boat, and I wanted the seams, the fiberglass seams, to show because it looks like a nice joint, especially right here. It looks like a welded joint, which I think looks awesome. The rub rails are wood. These are not covered in fiberglass. They're covered in epoxy, but not fiberglass. Tie downs on the back. There's your hull ID. Does have a spot for a flag. I'm sorry, but my flag will not go with the boat. That's going to go on the big boat, but you do have a spot to put a flag. The bimini top is brand new. Easily removes from a screw here and a screw over on that side, and then unhook the straps and it comes off. And I say that because it does detract from the lines of the tugboat. So yeah, it doesn't look the greatest with the top up, but it does provide ample shade, which is very nice on a sunny day, especially to someone sitting on the back bench. The boat is in nearly new condition. I don't know how many hours it has on it. We've had it out. We had it out a bunch last summer. This year, twice. If I had to guess, I would say it has maybe 30 hours of actual run time. But it's got several days worth of floating time, probably weeks of floating time. Does not leak any water. It does have a bilge pump though. Remove this, and this. This is where the bilge pump is located. It is wired to one of the switches up there. I've never had any water back here, but I did put it in here just in case. Did get some water over the sides that would then just come to the back corner here. If you stand over in this back corner, all the water would rush this way. It has a plug right here that pops out and you can pump the water out. Two 12-volt batteries wired in series for 24 volts for the motor. Rear or stern light here, all around light, plugs in right there. And it does have a battery switch right here, which does have a key that'll go with it. Stick the key in, turn it 90 degrees, that engages the batteries. And the trolling motor is fused with a 50 amp breaker. Here's your extra fenders, dock lines, extra towing strap, just in case you ever needed one. All the wiring runs through these tubes on both sides here. So it's very nicely hidden. The folds back down. Stainless steel hinges. This does have a snap that keeps that down when you're traveling. And then you put these back in place. I've got them cut out nicely. This has a little cutout right here so that when the nav light or the stern light socket is open, slides right in there. And probably the best part of the boat, this is what I built it for, to take it out and drink some beer on. The trailer is a Harbor Freight utility trailer from Haulmaster. It's rated at 1,450 pounds gross. The tugboat weighs about 385 pounds empty. So you've got plenty of life in this trailer. So it's a utility trailer that I modified with bunks on either side. I'll show the bottom here in a second, and side guideposts. The tongue section here was professionally welded by my neighbor, just completely built from scratch. And then I put a brand new winch on it with a new strap. Has a safety chain, a Fulton jack stand, and plenty of safety chain up here. You can see the bottom of the hull is completely covered in bottom paint. Draft index is accurate to the bottom of the trolling motor skeg. So right here is where that draft index is measured from. It's got a center keel with a motor guard right there, and then two runners on either side. It's very sturdy boat, hard chine, and holds 4 people easily, 2 people very, very comfortably. The trailer is fully wired for lighting. Got the standard 4-pin blade style plug, side marker lights, and LED lights on both sides. This side is open at the bottom for a license plate to be mounted here. And these lights are LED all the way around. And they all do work. Tires we've taken it to Sturgeon Bay a couple of times, which is 300 miles round trip. So that's 600 there, plus another, I don't know, 50 in town. Less than 1,000 miles on the tires. Nice Water Sports Marine tie-down straps. I think these are from Mr. Outboards. Trailer's in great shape. Like new. So there you go. If you're interested, get in touch with me. Send a comment and we can talk offline. Or if you know someone that might be interested, send them a link to this video. Hope you enjoyed this video of, I guess, listing Micro Tug 9 Nep'Toon. But I hope somebody will enjoy it as much as I have over the last year and a half. And I'm looking forward to finishing out the next build project and spending more time on the bigger boats. So let me know if you're interested. We'll see you next time on the Let's Go Boater channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy boating.